Hey everyone, it's Shenanigans here with another Let's Play episode of Yoshi's Woolly World. We'll be tackling level 1-3 with our Luigi Amiibo Yoshi, and we're going to jump right in here to get started. No badges, of course. Some of you may remember that I said that sometimes some of the levels start with a secret in it at the very beginning, like before any of the other rest of the level is shown. This is actually one of those levels that has it, so we're going to get a secret here real quick in the very beginning. See, we got a little chain chomp ball. We got to push him backwards so we can go get our first piece of wool. Now, I am going to be collecting everything in this particular episode just because I actually had to re-record this episode several times. I've been trying to learn how to use Adobe Premiere. I'm going to mow down this piranha plant Indiana Jones style. I've been trying to learn how to use Adobe Premiere, and I actually uploaded this video already with a slightly different edit. I decided to do some sound effects and change around a couple of things and make the video look pretty. But for some reason I couldn't upload it in 1080p, and I'm not really sure why. And like I said, I'm still trying to learn how to use it. I'm still kind of new to this process. So until I can get the quality for my edited videos to match what I am doing for these, I'm probably not going to be putting up anything that I've edited yet until I can get those to match the same quality. But that being said, because I had to record so many times, I have found all the secrets in this particular level, so as I go through, we're going to find everything. You'll notice this level has a lot of sponge in it, which I think adds to that immersive feeling about how well crafted the game is, you know, quote-unquote crafted, if you get the joke. I really like how this particular game, it used all the mediums. When I heard it was Yoshi's Woolly World, I expected everything was going to be made out of wool. I didn't expect all the sparkly sequins in the caves. I didn't really expect that there was going to be things like even cardboard. I was really surprised. At first I thought the piranha plants were actually made out of yarn as well. I didn't realize that they were made out of plush until much later. But I really like the design choice for them. It actually makes me kind of want a piranha plant plush for myself. Maybe one of these days I'll learn how to make something like that. I've seen a lot of really cool crafted things that fans of Nintendo have made, and different genres and things like that. I really like a lot of the video game craftables that people have put together. Okay. I noticed with these levels I had to be really careful. When I first played through, I actually didn't realize that there was an area like this up here until I got all the way to the other side. And I'd already destroyed all of the extra sponge that was around, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get everything the first time that I played through this level. But that is one of the great things about this, and one other reason that I'm really not worried about getting everything for the Let's Plays, because sooner or later I will go back. I will end up getting everything. Whether I record it or not is going to be another question. If I do, I'm going to learn how to speed up episodes for failures. But that is one thing about this, is that I don't have to get everything. I can always go back later to get extra little hidden things, and I can replay the episodes, or replay the levels, I mean, and go back and try things that I hadn't done in the first place. Gotta get me some health. There we go. Okay, we already got that one. I don't really want to crush the Shy Guy. I don't really like crushing enemies as much as possible, even though I know that there's that basket back there. I just like having the extra ammunition. Pretty sure I already got this one. No, I didn't. It's kind of easy for me to lose track in a game like this. Look, kids, this is why they teach you math in school. Trajectories. So you can be better at video games. It's actually kind of sad. I'm friends with a lot of my old teachers on Facebook too, so my old geometry teacher's potentially watching this video right now, just shaking her head. I'm sorry. At least I got better at video games. Now, one thing I will say about this particular level, and we are early in the game, there are a lot of hidden secrets throughout this level, but a lot of them are really obvious. You know, there's little square spots open where you would think that there's a spot, like right there up in the right-hand corner. There's definitely a secret up here. But later in the game, you're going to run into a lot of secrets that, I mean, they're not so obvious. They're not as easy to see. There we go. You know what? I want some extra yarn. Just in case. I never know. Leave them alone. You know, one thing that I was considering too while I've been doing these videos is I was considering on why Nintendo hasn't released any ideas for like a Yoshi cartoon or anything like that. I mean, I know that they didn't do terribly well with like the Legend of Zelda cartoon back in the 80s, but they did really well, at least I thought, with the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Now, granted, when I was younger, I was actually a fan of that show, and I really did like it. I know that it kind of catches a lot of flack now, but I really did like the show. And I'm just surprised that they haven't tried to release something new for Nintendo recently, at least concerning Yoshi. I mean, I know that they have plans right now with Netflix for a Legend of Zelda series. I know that Universal's got sort of some kind of contract going with them right now to like put some rides together or some other attractions in the Universal Studios park. But I would really like to see Yoshi cartoon, especially if it worked in something in a medium kind of like this, where, you know, it's a handcrafted world or something in the Yoshi's Island series. It doesn't have to have anything to do with Mario. I really don't care. But I would love to see something like that. I'm a huge fan of cartoons. I'm 29 years old and I still really like watching cartoons. And, or at least different types of cartoons. And I don't know, I think a Yoshi cartoon would be really cool. And I think kids would eat it up too. And it's just, it'd be really great advertising, or at least an opportunity for them to, you know, it's like, well, let me put it this way. So if a kid wants to go see Mickey Mouse, they're going to go to Disneyland, right? Well, if a kid wants to meet Yoshi, they could go to Universal Parks. That's kind of the idea, the whole idea that I'm thinking of right now. Is like, why not make a Yoshi cartoon? Why not get kids into a position where they really like Yoshi, or they really want to go meet Yoshi? I mean, that would just sell the park right there. At least I would think so. Now it actually kind of makes me wonder what would happen, or what would they put in the Universal Parks that's Yoshi related. I mean, if I was going to do something in a theme park, like for Mario, I'd probably do something Mario Kart related or something like that, but I wonder what options they would have for Yoshi. Okay, he's going to drop down. There we go. Going through a little bit differently than the last couple of times I tried playing through this level. Another thing that I was kind of thinking about earlier as well is what happens to all the little extra bits of Yoshi that aren't found. Like, you don't have to collect all the yarn. I'm not intending on collecting all the yarn, so now I really have to wonder, what happens to all the rest of the pieces of Yoshi? I mean, is that really where the ugly Christmas sweater comes from? I'm really curious now to know what they do with all these extra dismembered pieces of Yoshi that people aren't able to find. I mean, not to get too dark, but I mean, that really is what we're looking for here, isn't it? Sounds like something my father would watch. I grew up with my dad really liking murder mystery shows and things like that, and unsolved mysteries. And there you go, Dad. Here's a new unsolved mystery for you. What happens to all the extra pieces of dismembered Yoshi? He's probably shaking his head watching this video right now, just going, why did you call me out for this? There we go. And let's wrap up this level right here. Now we collected everything. I'm just going to fast forward through this a little bit. Yeah. We got our flower for our scorecard. It's going to be interesting when we stop getting those flowers for the scorecards, because that means it's levels that I really haven't been doing. Or that I haven't done in the past. When I first played through, I now remember I got up to world 4 but I never got beyond that. And we got our Miiverse stamps, which I'm not going to use right now, but in the future, if I put up Miiverse posts, I won't record it, but you might see those up there. And we got our new Yoshi. Circus Yoshi. We probably won't use him. I'll probably keep using the Luigi Amiibo Yoshi, because I really do like Luigi. I actually recently started playing Luigi's Dark Moon again, which is an excellent game for the 3DS, and hopefully someday, if I ever learn how to record from my 3DS, maybe I'll show that game to you guys too, because that one's a really, really fun game. Well, now this is going to go ahead and end our episode right here. If you like my videos, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I love people watching my videos, and I look forward to having more of a conversation with people through comments and through other social media platforms. But for right now, I've got to go because I've got 3 little pigs at my door, and it sounds like they all need refuge.